Hello friends, welcome into the kitchen once again. Hi Vune, hi Cookie, Damus, how is it going? How was the week? Hi Chef Babs, good to see you as well. Hope you're doing good. I can't believe it's Friday, honestly. Where did the week go? But we are back, ready to get cooking. Vune, did you end up making your crazy bacon burgers for dinner? Yeah, food coma. I'm guessing so. Yeah, happy Friday, Cookie. It does feel like Friday this week because Sam and we did do a little bit of work at a job we were able to go to, so that's good. And I got my YouTube set up as well. Aw, thank you, yeah. Yep, I did some work on another YouTube video this week, so that feels good. I'm really starting to get the hang of it. So yeah, any encouragement or words of advice are totally welcome here. Thank you, Damus. Yeah, I'm kind of like switching around how I'm doing my videos. Sometimes I do it with like words at the bottom. This time I didn't. So just kind of seeing what my own style of video is going to end up being, I think. We're still in the beginning stages. Welcome in, Annie and Most Post and Helquin. Hi, guys. Yeah, you keep missing the streams because, yeah, thankfully, you're always working, but you're here in spirit. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot. It's Friday, which means we're cooking Annie's dish today. Okay, guys, so Annie used his 50,000 Twitch channel points, which you can see there at the bottom of your chat on the left-hand side. Click on that. And then you scroll to the bottom, one of the options there, if you save up 50,000 points watching the stream, is you get to request a meal for me to make. So I've been cooking quite a few of those lately and it's been super fun. It also helps me not have to think about a menu all the time. So Annie requested one of his favorite dishes, which is Korean beef bulgogi. Unfortunately, we could not find beef at the store for it, but we were able to find some really, really nice pork. So that is what's for lunch today. And then later on in the stream, we just have to mix up our English muffin dough for tomorrow's front page stream. We're cooking brunch first thing. Hi, iShot. Yeah, bulgogi. This is a first for me. It's a first, and it's not a dish that I've eaten a lot either. Maybe 1 or 2 times that I can remember. So we'll do a little bit of history. Throwing it back, Annie, because we love that. We need to know what we're getting ourselves into, especially if this is our first time making this dish, is I like to know where the dish comes from and how it's traditionally prepared. Yep, I shot front page tomorrow, so my time, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So I'll just be starting 2 hours earlier than I typically do. So I'll be starting at 9 a.m. my time. So yeah, Sammy. So that we have an hour before the influx of people come in so that we can be ready, composed, and good to go. Hi, Hoju. Good to see you. 50K points seems like, oh, so many. So many. From like some of the regulars around here, I don't think it's taken them too long to save them up, maybe a month or so. And I mean, if you throw a lurk, just saying, that's a quicker way to get there. Don't do that though. But I mean, hey, I'm down for the lurkers. That's honestly the quicker way to get the channel points. If you want to see me make something, throw that lurk up. You can't think of any Korean recipes that use pork. Surprised they don't make bulgogi with chicken even. We're gonna get into what they make bulgogi with now. And yeah, just see what it is, because I don't really know much about this dish, so don't ask too many questions yet. Hope you are well, Maui, as well. Annie, yesterday you made a 10-pound pork shoulder. Yeah, meat coma. Yes. Oh, happy to say, finally heard back from the butcher shop this week. I seriously just think they might have lost my email originally because it took 2 weeks. So when I emailed them this week, they like literally emailed me right back. They're like, your order will be ready tomorrow. I was like, oh, thank gosh. So we're like stocked up. We got some pork collars. We got a flank steak to use. We got a really nice bone-in pork loin roast. So we can cook that up together. So yeah, happiness all around. The new one, the new Wuddy. Good morning, white dove. Okay, so here's our recipe, guys. The new butcher shop. It's actually like an old butcher shop. It's been around for, I think, over 30 years in our community. Yeah, pork collar. And it's the same one. Just, I seriously think they lost my email, and that's okay because, you know, it's crazy times and humans make errors. I'm not gonna hold that one against them. Okay, also, okay, quick update. So new YouTube videos up, guys. Feel free to please check it out. Don't forget to subscribe to me on there as well. It doesn't cost money. So once I get to 1,000 subs on YouTube, then I can also make a little bit of cash from that and put it towards making better stuff for you guys. Yes, also, okay, so thank you, Stream Elements. It's like you knew I was gonna just tell you to do that. I did set up a merch store yesterday for us, so I did have to get my logo redone, so I contacted my artist and he redid that. So the store is a little bit small right now because it's still in beta with Stream Elements. Hello, Jen. Thank you for the 9 months already. Yes, thank you for making this Twitch baby with me. I'm sure we could come up with a pretty creative name, you and I. We'll just call it St. Albert. Yes. Okay, and I did price all of the items, I think pretty reasonable. So like $20 t-shirts, $35 hoodies, $10 mouse pads and mugs. I know some people were asking about those. And there's also a sticker for $2.50. And then they are gonna be coming out with more design options and more items in the store. So stay tuned, guys. I'll keep you updated as I get updated from them. Thank you, most posts. Yes, one more YouTube sub. Every little bit counts. So thank you, thank you. Yeah, Jen, Twitch baby. It's a saint and its name is Albert. If anyone doesn't get that reference, that's where Jen and I grew up. And now somehow we've both made it one province over. I think that's it for updates this week. Okay, let's get cooking. Okay, Bulgogi. That's just a fun word to say as well. I think we're just gonna have a lot of fun making this today. Thank you, Annie, for requesting this. Okay, so it is a Korean dish. Another thing that we don't cook much on here, so anytime you guys want to request more Korean foods for me to make, feel free. Yeah, we need more. We love them, right? We love the international foods. That's how we get to experience a little bit of the world in our own house. So, bulgogi, literally meaning fire meat, is made of thin marinated slices of beef or pork grilled on a barbecue or on a stovetop griddle. This has become more popular. Not everyone has a grill. It's also often stir-fried in a pan. Yep, at home. It's allowed. So guys, just because I'm using the grill today because I have that option doesn't mean you can't make this dish at home. Just keep in mind it's not gonna have quite the same traditional flavor, that's all. Eye shot, yes. You know what? I've been kind of craving an adobo, so that is a little bit perfect, I think. Adobo chicken with yellow rice. See, I don't know what yellow rice is, so I'm in. Yeah, the St. Albert elite, says the Grand Prairie boy. Oh, you're from GP? Oh, okay. I'm sure that's what you usually got when you were young. I'm sorry, Hoju. Okay, so typical cuts of beef that they use for the bulgogi: sirloin, ribeye, brisket. All of those cuts have a lot of flavor in them. And so sirloin and brisket are pretty inexpensive cuts, whereas if you want to go a little bit fancier, you're gonna choose ribeye, which has more marbling and even more flavor. Yeah, that one right over your head. I'm sorry, it's a Canadian thing, like a Western Canadian thing. It's not often that we meet each other on the internet. So this dish originated from the northern areas of the Korean peninsula, but it's also very popular in South Korea, where it can be found anywhere from upscale restaurants to local supermarkets as pan-ready kits. So one of those little, like, it's all ready to go and you just take it home and put everything in a pan and cook it. That's awesome. And this dish does look pretty healthy as well. It's basically just grilled meat, rice, and vegetables. Can't go wrong with that. Hi, Scrump. Good to see you. How have you been? Yeah, born and raised, sometimes proud. Yeah, we felt less than elite, right, Jen? Okay, so this dish has been made since around 1945, and it became popular in Seoul and other parts of South Korea by the refugees from Pyongyang. But there is sources that say it could have originated during the Goguryeo era, 37 BCE. That's a long time ago. But then again, like, I don't know if you guys have ever gotten into this at all, but like how they first discovered how to cook food. I would think that it would be meat cooked over the fire. So I think that was definitely one of the first things that humans cooked over fire. And that's why this is a dish that's been made for a long, long time. Meat and fire, very simple. Originally, it was being grilled on a skewer though. And then eventually, as time went on, it ended up being a dish that was prepared for the dynasties. So it became a dish that like got fancy as time went on, because really it's meat and fire. Very, very simple, right? So somewhere along the line, it transformed itself. And then now it is no longer cooked skewered. But the original type of bulgogi is called bulgogi sanjiok. Okay, guys? Yeah, soul food. Yeah, totally. Michelangelo. Yeah, Korean or kimchi jjigae. I do want to try that. I have a recipe book here at home that has it, I believe. With pork belly. Heck yes. It's like a kimchi stew, Annie. You just like put everything in a pot and simmer it together. And then it obviously goes like super red from the kimchi. Okay, so how to prepare the dish today. Very, very important, right? So before cooking, the meat is marinated to enhance the flavor and tenderness. So we're gonna use a mixture of soy sauce, sugar, sesame oil, garlic, black pepper, and also maybe even scallions, ginger, and onions. I would do garlic instead, scallion, ginger, and garlic. And then in most cases, when cooking your bulgogi, these are the common ingredients. However, the ingredients used to marinate the meat can vary from chef to chef and even from family to family, depending on the preferences and traditions that were passed down. So anything from like pureed pears, pineapple, kiwi, and onions can be used to tenderize the meat. So if you got like beef sirloin, that one would need to marinate a little bit more, and I would recommend adding some type of fruit because the pectin from the fruit is what starts to break down the meat and tenderize it. So keep that in mind. So today we have a couple of little Asian pears that we're gonna put into the dish. That's the most traditional. But pineapple also does a really good job. And then sugar or other types of sweeteners such as Coke, Coca-Cola may sometimes be also used for a little bit of a sweeter taste. Just keep in mind, if you're gonna add more sugar, be careful if you are grilling it because it will burn quicker. I also like bibimbap. That was like one of my first kind of intros into Asian food in culinary school. I still remember that, and that was one of my favorite things I made. Just so colorful and like so nice looking. Very well composed dish, I would say. And yeah, another one that's pretty healthy for you. So generally bulgogi meat is left to marinate for less than an hour. Got to be careful with how much we tenderize our meat, right? Otherwise it can go really soft and like fall apart on us. But you can also leave it overnight depending on the cut that you're using. Like I said, the sirloin will need a little bit of a longer marinade compared to something like a ribeye. So bulgogi is often served over or with a side of rice, which we are gonna do today, and accompanied by various side dishes such as egg soup. We're not gonna do that today. And kimchi, which is fermented cabbage, except our kimchi today is gonna be daikon radish. The dish is sometimes served with a side of lettuce or other leafy vegetables, which is used to wrap a slice of cooked meat. Often along with a dab of samjang, which is a thick spicy paste, kind of like miso. So we make a little sauce and then the rice and other side dishes. So we're gonna do some julienne carrot, I think, and some cucumber today would be really good with this. We need a little bit of crunch in there. Oh, Hannah, how are you? Oh, Annie, apparently the fruit enzymes work best at 50 to 70 degrees Celsius when tenderizing the meat, but left too long, they completely digest it. Yeah, 100%. I have heard people say that they like left their pork marinating with pineapple. They go to check it the next day and it's literally just like mush. I was like, what? That's nuts. So yes, be careful. Don't forget about your bulgogi in the fridge. There is gochujang in the bulgogi marinade. Good job, iShot. And yes, samjang. So I did see a container of this at the store, but I thought we could just make it ourselves. So the samjang will do a mixture of like miso, gochujang, sesame oil, green onion, and garlic is what it is. So you mix that all together. A kind of like spicy, salty paste. I could see that being really good, especially with the rice. Yeah, sweet? I mean, spicy. Okay, so our first thing today, obviously, is getting that meat into the marinade. And then we will start prepping all of our vegetables. I will have to preheat the grill at some point here. So I think we'll get the grill preheated right before we start cooking our rice inside. So then we'll have our rice done, we'll have all of our veggies chopped, and then all we have to do is grill our meat and we can focus on that. We don't want to be running back and forth. That's never fun. Yes, yeah, it would be super good with tofu. Yeah, exactly. And then I was gonna say, Annie, is this can definitely be a gluten-free dish. You just gotta substitute your soy sauce for tamari and then make sure that if you are using a miso, make sure it is a gluten-free miso. That's it. So good pick, Annie. Yeah, there you go. Gluten-free soy sauce. Pretty easy thing to find these days. Okay, so if you guys want to check out the recipe today, use that recipe command. It is linked there. It is also posted in our Discord, so we can always refer back to that. And Discord does have a really awesome search engine, so if you ever are wanting to go back to a recipe, use that search engine and it'll bring up your keywords. So say it's a month from now and you're like, oh, I remember that pork bulgogi Kate made? Go up into the top search engine, type pork bulgogi, pull it back up for you so you don't have to scroll all the way back through. Okay, we're gonna start getting our ingredients out. I think I'm just going to make our marinade in my little blender top. I think that'll be the easiest way. And then we will just put it into a bowl to marinate. We'll leave it in the fridge for a bit. And then they also say, so we need our slices of meat really thin. They say if you need to slice your meat at home, really good trick is to like par freeze it. So put it in the freezer for about an hour until basically it's hardened up, but you can still cut through it easily. That will make your life so much easier because cutting raw meat, you're not gonna get nice, even slices. The meat will kind of move as you're slicing, and we need the meat to be even slices so it cooks properly on the grill. Hello there, Nike. How are you doing, my dude? Did you have a good week? I'm gonna show you guys what I found though at the store, because I think this is gonna grill up really nice. It's super, super thin. Oh, did I put it in the other side? I did, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. It's hiding in the drawer. So it's called pork shoulder shabu, which I think is something they would typically use in like Korean barbecue. So this was in my frozen section at our Asian supermarket here. And like, look at the marbling on it. Thought this was gonna be so, so good. And what, this cost $12 and we have a half kilo worth here. So 500 grams worth, definitely 2 portions. Enough for 2 portions. Yeah, shabu shabu. Looks amazing. So that's one thing we wanna watch for. I'm also gonna take off this plastic because it's glaring. Is we want the meat to have some nice marbling in it. We need that fat, especially if we are going to grill it, because that fat, when it grills up, it's going to like take all that charcoal flavor into it and kind of crisp up as well. Super good. I've never had shabu shabu soup. What? And yes, it will shrink down. So yeah, these are all like rolled up. So like that's our little slice. Beautiful. So I think I will unroll them just to make sure that we do get the marinade covering everything there. But it's not super delicate. I think that'll, like, this is gonna grill up very fast. So we're gonna have a nice hot grill, just literally a on each side pretty much, and that's it. Fat equals flavor, exactly, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna leave that in the fridge for now so it stays nice and cold while we blend up our marinade first. Yeah, they had pork with this, and then they also had the lamb. They did have the beef at one point, but everyone bought it up, sad to say. I would love to try lamb one day though, hey? Hey Scouse, good to see you. Yeah, super fast cook. But this is the thing, is that even when we go to cook this like well done, because that's what it's gonna end up being, it's not gonna taste dry, right? That's why we got the fat. Okay, we need to get out, I think, some garlic, maybe some shallot, ginger. Probably have to get some chives from outside. Get our Asian pear for the marinade. So think about the thinness of those slices. Not a very long marinade, right? Super, super quick. It's called what? Shabu. Yeah. Yeah, you are one extremely flavorful human. That's literally how you gotta think of it, guys. I love the positivity. All right, soy sauce. These were the cutest little Asian pears. I've never seen them so small. Anyone else love Asian pears? They're so like juicy and refreshing. I like to eat them like really cold. Super good in the summer. Okay, we got our pear, soy sauce. We need brown sugar. I still need some sesame oil and the gochujang from the fridge. I'm gonna use coconut sugar, guys. I've been liking using this in the marinades compared to like brown sugar. And then I think we need a bit of oil. And I'm just gonna quickly pop outside to snip a couple of chives for us. Oh, Nike! The meal request, lasagna, homemade garlic knots, and a tiramisu. He's going all out. I don't know if we can do all of those just because of how much things cost right now. Or I'll have to throw it in maybe into a different stream. I hope you can understand. Sammy says lasagna. But I have been itching to do tiramisu. We'll see, we'll see. But that sounds amazing, dude. There we go, there's our next one. So all I have left is Titan's Roulatin, and Nike, you just added yours. So those are the only requests we have right now. Welcome in, Dustin, Polish. Good to see you guys today. You love it, Polish? Yeah, but not when you make it. Why not? Okay, I will be right back. Run to the store real quick. Yep, good luck, dude. Stay safe out there. Yeah, don't use cottage cheese. You use the ricotta. Got the chivers. They're seriously popping right now. I don't have to buy green onions anymore. Yeah, Polish. Way too much effort for something that you'll literally eat the whole pan in one day. I understand. I understand, dude. You lived in South Korea for 2 years? What? Cool. Okay, let's get our little blender out. Oh, also, update for wedding stuff is we have decided to make the smartest decision that we think and postpone it 1 year. Because we're not gonna get the deposit back. So that's the update, guys. And we're gonna video it still. So we're still gonna get married this year and then basically observe a renewal of vows the following year and just have a really awesome party. Gonna be one really good party. Who's the lucky dude? Omdog. Omdog in chat. You'll see him on stream today at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, reapply for a job next year. Yeah, the guy that used to have a full beard. Oh, man. Okay, what are our amounts here? So we're not gonna need all of these pears. I'm gonna use up this one because it doesn't look quite as nice as this one. I'm gonna eat this little guy later. Put it in the fridge though so we can start chilling it. Aw, thanks, Ohana. You like the beard? Me too. So half a small pear. Into here, we need 3 cloves of garlic. I'll just use whatever this is. A tablespoon of ginger. So we'll start with all of our veggies, putting them into here, and then we'll add our liquids and other flavorings. The emotes are so your toddler. Ah, yeah, don't even worry about it. I love emotes, so. Yeah, we're taking turns. So I'm using the chives instead of the green onion today, guys. What are we making? We are making a pork bulgogi today. Welcome in, Greek. How are you doing? We're not making kimchi today, Sally, but we are gonna use our homemade kimchi from, last year, I think. Okay, garlic. Give those cloves a smash. Be able to peel them a lot easier. Has anyone made bulgogi before? Or is this something that you typically just eat out? Seems like a very simple dish to make. This is a good one for me to show you guys. It's an easy one. You haven't heard of kimchi, Greek? Can we get a little moddy mod? We got some kind of weirdo in here.
Yeah, I definitely can't do that.
I know, there's other mods in chat. Am I a professional chef? Yes. Thanks, guys, for doing that. I had garlicky, sticky hands, and I did not want to touch my keyboard. Hey, folk metal. You don't think you've ever tried to make any kind of Korean food? This one might be a first for me at home as well. It might be. I really can't recall if I've ever made anything. Like, I've made it before in culinary school, but it's different at home. So here's our big, really beautiful ginger root. Yeah, when you get called out, Paul. I'm sorry, man. Okay, so what did she say? Like a tablespoon of ginger. I'm just gonna cut a little slice off like that. And then we'll just peel. I'll just trim that peel off around the edge. And we'll let the blender do the rest of the work. Boom. Yeah, that's a big one. It was so nice. You're like, we have to get it. Why are the lights flickering? This light's crazy. This light's been flickering, guys. We have a ghost. Do they have H Marts in Canada? No. Yeah, the only Asian supermarket that we even have on the island here is called Fairways. But I mean, I grew up having one called T&T, which is a huge chain across Canada for Asian market, but it's only in Vancouver, sadly. There's not one here on the island. I freaking love kimchi too. Yeah, so good. Okay, so we only need half of this pear. Cut it into quarters, throw it in there. T&T, mostly Chinese, but you can get other Asian sort of foods. Oh yeah, I can find basically anything I need for any Asian cuisine there. Cheers, Scouse. Thank you for keeping me hydrated. Cucumber kimchi. I've not done that yet. Okay, next up in here, we need a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Missing a little cup measure. And then 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar. I'm going to use coconut sugar. Remember, the sugar is going to help the meat brown up. So you don't really want to skip that. There's an H Mart there, Hoju? Oh, thank you for the confirmation. And there's one in Edmonton now as well. I bet you Edmonton has changed so much since I left. Holy smokes. Whole Foods abandoned a building there? What? So much news for me right now. Okay, next up, 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame oil. I'm just gonna shake that in from my little jar here because it's hard to measure. And then a tablespoon of gochujang, which is this stuff right here. Oh, Scrump, nice. You have an H Mart there in Austin. You've never been in a Whole Foods before. I believe that, Palsh. There we go. Never even seen one, but you mean you're where nothing else reaches. Yeah, totally. It's just like a very fancy grocery store. Palsh, if you can think back to like when we went in Italy in New York, you can think back to those IRL streams with Sam and I, kind of the same thing. It's like a boutique grocery store, and they are like, Whole Foods is just really healthy. Okay, so this is what our Korean pepper paste looks like. So gochujang. What's in here? Water, corn syrup, brown rice, red pepper powder, sea salt. I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna say it's isomalt. Isomalto oligosaccharide. Spirits, garlic, soybean cultured with aspergillus. Roasted soybean powder, glutinous brown rice flour, onion, MSG, yeast extract, seed malt, dextrin. So there's soybean in here. Once again, be aware if you are celiac. Okay, be safe getting the waifu, Nike. We will be here. This pepper paste is super sticky. So I'm gonna use like a flat spoon. It's really easy to get off of. And then this is also gonna make everything really nice and red in color. Yes. super, super sticky. Oh, also really good news is the dishwasher part came in, so Sam and I don't have to do dishes by hand anymore. That was some rough weeks there. Sounds good, Ohana. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, check the vid later. It shouldn't be too long of a VOD. Shouldn't be too long. Yeah, all it was, Annie, we just needed a little gasket to go back in the bottom of there, but they kept delaying the package because they didn't want to bring one small box out to where we live. Because it's like really out of the city. So they probably only had that one box to bring out and they waited till they had one other thing. Okay, we are going to add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil to our marinade as well. That really helps the marinade to coat the meat. So oil is always recommended there. Okay, we have everything in here. So I'm just gonna go to the blender. Blend that until it's nice and smooth. And then we'll pour that over the meat and put it to marry up in the fridge. Just let that go on low for a bit until it blitzes the ginger and garlic up. This is gonna be tasty. That keep going on low. That's pretty souky. It is. Team AJ, welcome in. Okay, turn this up one more time. I'm good with that. Smells really good. It looks really good too. Yum. I'm gonna give that a taste now that it's all blended up, especially with the pear. That's intriguing to me. The little bit of sweetness. Yes. Good hit of garlic right now. Right at the beginning, but that, like the garlic flavor on the grill later, so good. To me, gochujang's not super spicy. The recipe didn't call for any hot pepper. But maybe the gochujang will get spicier as we let it marinate. Because yeah, to me, like gochujang is not a spicy pepper paste, but maybe to some people it is. All right, meat. Get a bowl. Scrape this all down. Yeah, scratching at the screen. Still don't get the smells. Maybe one day, guys. We can hope for that. This is also going to be a dish that I think we won't make very many dishes. Easy cleanup. Okay.
Dishwasher works.
Yeah, dishwasher works. Just unroll our little shabu pieces, I think, because we don't want to grill them rolled up. And then we'll pour our marinade over and let that sit while we prepare our veggies and the rice. Annie, have you made bulgogi at home? You've never made it yourself. Okay. So this is like our intro together then. I like it. Yeah, these pork pieces are beautiful. There's like no connective tissue. It's literally just beautifully marbled meat and fat. For the price, I think this is really good quality. Yeah, you really need to barbecue it. I agree, and I think that's why we got into the history of it. Is the name literally means fire meat. And that's why I also said, I mean, you can make it inside if you don't have a grill. By all means, why not? There's nothing saying that you cannot enjoy some bulgogi, but just keep in mind that it's not going to taste the most traditional. But that's to be expected. Sammy, you having a pizza snack? Yeah, fire meat. Fire, fire. It's gonna be me lighting the mini max today, guys. I said to Sam, I need to start getting out there. I just need some words of encouragement, that's all. Ooh, Lieberton, you did a ground beef bulgogi. It was really tasty. I could see that. It'd be a good texture with rice for sure. Can we layer the sauce? I'm gonna just like kind of toss it up, give it a little massage afterwards, Scrump, instead of spending the time layering. I got you. Layers. Oh, our big bear was around the other day as well, guys. Our big old bear's cruising. He's grown. He's grown a bit in the last 2 years. Yep. Yes, he has. Maybe a little bit smaller than Sammy. Maybe around the same size, actually. Sammy crawled like a bear? Yeah, probably that. Bears are bae. He is so cute. Yeah. His little fluff butt just walking around. He is well fed. Oh, for sure. I'm sure he had a lot of good salmon during spawning season. There's all sorts of good eats out here, though. It's a cub still? Well, it was a cub 2 years ago when he first came into our yard. No longer a cub, though. I can say that. Yes, Oju, thank you. You, Kate, make fire. Okay, pour this on. I bet you this could work on one of those awesome Lodge grill pans inside, though. Remember the ones that I like to use? So if you can't have a grill at home, I think that would be a good option, for sure. Get it rocking hot. You'll only be missing the little bit of charcoal flavor. It's a black bear. Yeah, it's a black bear. Okay. Kind of like spread that out so some of it can go underneath. Just gonna give it like a little flip around. But we also want to be sure that we don't mess up the meat too much, right? We don't want to make it into like super, super small pieces, because then it'll be really hard to grill. We don't want it to start falling apart on us. And then the other option I also read was they can use pork belly too, which obviously would be just divine, really. The amount of fat on there. Okay, so I'm not going to fool around with this too much more. We're gonna put it in the fridge and then we'll come back to it. Let's say in about half an hour or so, because remember, we can't let this marinate too long because of the pear. But we'll come back in like half an hour when we're feeling good about where we're at, and then give it one more little toss around, I think. But it looks like we got it pretty well mixed. Just kind of keep it all together in a lump in the center there. We'll just keep our spatula there too. Okay, washing my hands. Don't want any cross-contamination with the raw meat. Paul, she made another batch of minestrone for Mom. She loved it. Probably your favorite soup you've made, so you keep some in the freezer at all times. Such a good thing to have in the freezer, and it's healthy too. Paul, did you see my post on Discord? I gave you a little idea to use up the potatoes and the cabbage. We are cooking it on the big green egg today. We're gonna light up the Mini Max, the little guy, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of grilling on there quickly. Sweet. That's awesome, dude. Okay, you go lurk. We'll be here. So there we go, friends. Look at that. The sheen looks great. Okay, now we got to just quickly put some of these ingredients away from the marinade, and we can start preparing our veggies. So bulgogi can be eaten kind of like a lettuce wrap. So sometimes people like to take a nice little leaf of lettuce, wrap up your rice and pork in that. We're serving it with cucumber and carrot today, so wrap your cucumber carrot in that, your little bit of kimchi. Just eat like a little healthy taco. Another dish that will be awesome to eat in the summertime or springtime. It's like warmer weather food, I would say. You're starving, folk metal. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna help. I'm sorry. Your mom used to fix smoked oysters, peas, and ground beef wrapped in a leaf of lettuce. What? That sounds interesting. Smoked oysters, peas, and ground beef in lettuce wrap. I would try it. I would try it. A lot of like, I would say umami flavors there. Yeah, that's the one that will make your mouth think. Okay, so here's the menu. We need to get out our lettuce, carrot, cucumber. We'll do up a little like side dish of kimchi, I think. So I just have to go grab the lettuce from the other fridge. I'll be right back. Okay. So we need our lettuce leaves to basically resemble like a taco shell, I suppose. A lettuce wrap. So something like this would be perfect. So I bought a couple of nice head lettuces, but another good type of lettuce is called bib lettuce or butter lettuce. And typically they're still like growing, so they still have their roots on in the package in the store. So that's something to look for, butter lettuce. Really, really nice, and it's super delicate though, which makes it a bit more expensive too. But these were like 2 for $4 or something. So I was like, I can't not get them, and they look so good. So we're just gonna start by tearing off the leaves and kind of tearing our lettuce into our pieces. So we'll make our little like taco shells, I suppose. And yeah, we're just gonna tear it. So that works as well. So something where we can wrap up the grilled pork, the rice, and all the fixins, make a little taco. Nom, nom, nom. All good. We don't want it to fall apart. Even though it is fun to eat with your hands, because usually it gets a little bit messy. We all love those burgers that we can't put down. Thanks, Annie. Yeah, you just saw the message. At first I was like, I bet we should make this on the wok. And then when I started reading into it this morning, when I read fire meat, I was like, oh, we're just gonna grill this directly over the charcoal then. Slice of garlic, a bit of paste, shove the whole thing in your face. Love it, iShot. We've been on like an Asian food kick lately. Like I'm doing Vietnamese stuff on Sunday this week as well. Yeah, we cooked some Thai food for Zach's family on Wednesday this week. Leave those little pieces for a salad at some point this week. Okay, this one looks good. That one's not the best, but it'll work. That's a good little stack. I mean, I don't know how many wraps we're gonna make. We'll do a couple more It's always better, I think, to have some extra than to not have enough and to have to like make more. No one likes rushing around. I will say though, I did not know bulgogi was eaten as lettuce wraps. That was something I did learn new today. Okay, that looks great, friends. Oh, you didn't either, Annie. Well, awesome then. We both learned something then. Okay, none of that is really garbage. Okay, we'll get our lettuce spinner out. Hi, Bonkman. Good to see you. Yeah, kimchi. I like kimchi. Me too. You've never had bulgogi that way. Okay, so Annie, can you share then what you've experienced for bulgogi? What was on the plate with the meat? I'm gonna grab our carrots out while I'm here. And the cucumber. iShot, you remember seeing a lot of mukbang streams back when it was social eating? Eating Korean barbecue. Each table had a built-in grill. They bring you a giant plate of sliced meat. Yep. I have also never experienced that either though, so I know like what it is, but we've never gone to a restaurant and done that yet. If you go to a barbecue, there's a grill in front of you at the table, grill your own meat. At least that's the way it was in LA, okay. Parents also cooked bulgogi a lot on the grill. Cool. Okay, I'm just gonna give those a little rinse in the sink, and I have some dirt that came off of those heads of lettuce. I'm just gonna wipe that first. We don't need any sand in our lives. Oh man, I love eating and doing stuff with my hands, so I'm sure I would have a blast at Korean barbecue. Give me all of the options. Because I mean, I enjoyed Malaysian hot pot, which was kind of like a build your own thing. So kind of similar in that sense. Yeah, you can grill anything. The bulgogi is just a particular recipe. You can choose a spicier version with little red chili flakes on it. Nice. Why is this being weird right now? Yeah, you like everything hot. Hot, hot, hot. I like the option of having like some bites really spicy and other bites not. So there's a lot of water in here. I'm just gonna drain it and do one more spin. We don't want our lettuce to be like really wet when we go to build our lettuce wraps. You have to give it to the Koreans for making scissors as a necessary kitchen item for cutting up cooked items. Yes, I love my kitchen shears. Probably like one of my top tools now that I think about it. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. And then how do I want to do this? I'm gonna do one plate with like the veggies and condiments on it. So we're gonna do like a little bit of a family style with Sam and I. So we're gonna be sharing this, right? So I'll set up all of our veggies on this nice kind of bigger plate. We'll put the kimchi and the sauce on there as well. And then I'm thinking the meat can go on this guy, just like piled up in the center. Maybe even just on the rice, so rice and meat. I think we're good. That's a good start. Get that out of there. You like your Cutco scissors. They're so handy and can be disassembled. Yeah, that's the other awesome thing, right? The scissors have to be there. They gots to. Okay, so now, yeah, this dish, a little bit of presentation is involved. So we can start by laying out all of our little lettuce leaves on the one side. I like to kind of just fan them out and stack them up so they're easy to grab. This one's like pretty big. Trim it up. I do like the contrast of like the red leaf on the lettuce as well. I think it looks really good. Okay, set that aside. We'll keep going on our veggies. So when we are cutting down our veggies, we need to keep in mind that, well, they have to fit in this little leaf and be pretty easy to eat, right? Cucumber is great for cooling down capsicum heat. Yes. Yeah, that's typically why something like refreshing and juicy is served with some spicier dishes, is to cool down your palate, to make it not so intense. So with this, I'm gonna cut it in half first. And then I think we'll go in half one more time to make it fit into the wrap easily. And we're gonna use the mandolin today. Get our glove, safety first. And I'm gonna do just little slices of the cuke, and then for the carrot, we'll do like a little julienne, so nice thin strips. Let's see. So I'm gonna turn the cucumber on its side like this. Just wanna see how thick that is. Oh, perfect. Awesome. So we're gonna get all these little slices of cucumber. And I'm gonna leave the seeds in. That's like one of the most refreshing parts on the cucumber. And that's where you actually get most of the flavor as well. Once we have it starting to pile up, start arranging it in our dish. I'm just putting it over there by the lettuce. Jen, did I see that you were finished your thesis? Did I see that on Insta? It's like really exciting. I hope, at least. That's gonna be very refreshing crunch later on. Much crunch. And then all of those scraps, well, Doggo loves cucumber, so we know what to do with that. You finished it! Barring any unseen revisions, you can send it to the committee. Oh my gosh, congratulations. What an awesome feeling. Okay, I'm just gonna give these a quick rinse. I don't know if we're gonna have to peel them. Let's get the dirt off first and then we'll see. I think we're good. We will not have to peel these carrots. They are so fresh. Yeah, not sure what to do with yourself. That, honestly, I kind of felt that when I finished culinary school way back when. It's like, now this is done. Like, no, it's like real lifetime. Oh no. Okay, so I'm just going to trim off our little roots here at the end of the carrot. We can leave the top on. That is okay. And then I'm gonna switch out my insert for the mandolin. For the julienne one. Oh, squeak. Okay, there we go. Glovey back on. Geophysics. Yay for science. All right, and now we just angle our carrot, like literally the same color as this thing, and just push it through there. Let's see. We're getting these little small pieces. That's perfect. That's what we want. Nice little delicate, crunchy pieces of carrot. I hate the squeak on these feet. So I'm literally just like holding on to this stem. That's our handle here. It's built in to the vegetable. This is the scariest thing in the kitchen. Yep. Vantage. I am gonna be forever terrified. This glove really helps though. Scariest tool in the kitchen for sure. Mandolin. Terrifying. Or the meat slicer. Yeah, you can ask Sammy about that one. He lost the tip of his thumb that way too. One more. I think we're good. Awesome, nice little pile of carrots. Take off our glove. That's also doggo snacks. Come back over here. Start making another little pile. So I think it will be nice if we have our sauces kind of in the center here. Or actually, one sauce. We'll do the kimchi pile here. And then the carrots on the other side. There you go. And then this set can just chill in the fridge until we have our meat and rice done. All right, next up, let's get this daikon kimchi out. Oh, all I can smell as soon as I open the fridge, bulgogi. Tasty. The jar of kimchi. When you make kimchi and then your landlord thinks that there's something rotting in your house, that's usually what happens. Matt, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, the meat is in the fridge. The meat is in the fridge. Actually, save this piece of plastic. Yeah, we're gonna be starting up the grill like right away here. Okay, so my kimchi, homemade daikon radish. I just cut it into little cubes. I have this fermenting stone, so it's like a glass weight to keep everything submerged. Otherwise, if it touches air, there's more risk for it going bad. So we want to keep it submerged in there. And then whenever we're working with it, I'm always using like really clean utensils, because if you contaminate this, it's gonna go bad. There's no avoiding it. So we gotta minimize the risk as much as we can. And then I'm just gonna come in with a slotted spoon, kind of drain some of that liquid out. The liquid is awesome if you have a bunch left over after for like marinades, dressings, really anything. Seasoning soups with. Get a little bit more of that juice out. And I love using daikon radish for kimchi because it keeps its crunch. So there's a lot of textural contrast there, compared to where cabbage kimchi is like quite kind of soft. That looks good. So just want a little bite. So good still. It's got crunch right away, so I like pushing my ferments to where they have a little bit of like effervescence. So when you first bite into it, it's kind of reminds you of like a Prosecco or like something that's bubbly or fizzy. That's how you know you did a really good ferment. And then we got a little bit of like sour and saltiness. And then the ginger and garlic just balance out super nice in it. And there's not much spice. I typically leave this out 4 or 5 days at room temp till it starts to like bubble pretty much and get really, really funky smelling. Like you gotta push it to the point where it's making your house smell like farts. And then, so I switched out the lid recently, but I believe this was from December 2019. December 2018? No, that wouldn't make sense. Oh. Yeah, December 2019. This one wants to not go under the juice, so we'll just eat it. All right, that's all pushed back down. Good to go. Gotta take care of your ferments. Yeah, when it's on the edge of what most would consider gone bad, then you're good. And yeah, I always keep this sealed too. Because as soon as you put it into the fridge, like you're stopping the ferment process, right? Because that process is done at warm temperatures. So once you stop that, you can't really start it back up again. So that goes back into the fridge. And we have this beautiful plate of vegetables for our bulgogi. Let's see this bulgogi. I think we're gonna take it out of the fridge now. Let it come up to temperature while we heat up our grill and cook the rice. Keep it cold. It'll help it not stick some. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. We'll give this one more toss. There you go. Much better. It's like a monster truck show. You get a seat, but you will only need the edge. Oh, man. Okay, let's see what we're getting into here. Remember, be delicate because these are really thin slices. So I can see that it's not been fully coated yet. Kind of peel those layers apart really gently, and then take some meat that has been like fully marinated, kind of lay it on the pieces that have not been. And then just give it a nice little press. But this meat seems to be staying together pretty well, despite how thin it is. Okay, come back. I'm trying to just let it like naturally pull apart in the layers and not just like tear those slices apart. It really is delicate. Give this one more flip. And I think that was a really good decision that we just made. A little toss up halfway through. And yeah, just keep it all kind of piled, smooshed together. This is the ugliest thing for sure, but it's gonna taste so good, Cookie. I mean, it's never really appealing seeing meat in marinade. But we just have to know that the end result is gonna be so good. Yeah, I was one of those kids that could not touch raw meat. I grew out of that though. Happy about that one. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Matt. Meat sheen. Okay, so Sam suggested keeping it cold in the fridge. Probably will minimize the sticking on the grill. Give me a quick 30-second break here, guys, and then we'll make up our samjang sauce, get our rice going, get our grill heating up. It's quick, quick, quick today. We're back. Quick sip of water. Delicious. Okay. Just gonna leave our little sauce dish out and put the rest of our veggies into the fridge. They can stay nice and crisp. Crisp veg. And then what is this sauce? What did I say? It was miso, a little bit of gochujang, some sesame oil, samjang, a thick spicy paste used with food wrapped in a leaf in Korean cuisine. The sauce is made of, so they use doenjang, so a fermented bean paste, which is why I'm going to use miso, so same thing. So miso, gochujang, sesame oil, and some chives, and maybe some brown sugar for sweetness. Very thick, like pasty sauce. Because miso is really thick, gochujang is super thick. If we need to, we can loosen it up a bit with some warm water at the start. Probably a good idea. Do a little bit more sugar again, I think. And I'm just gonna get a bowl because we'll need to whisk this a bit. What's up, Taz? How are you? Nut. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of warm water in here. Then we're gonna start by dissolving some of our coconut sugar or brown sugar if you have it into there. And then our gochujang, because it's pretty thick, and then our miso. And we should start getting this nice smooth paste. And then we'll add the sesame oil just at the end to kind of bring everything together. So how much water, you guys are probably wondering, right? I would say a tablespoon to start. I'm gonna go really nice and warm. You can't speak on Cookie's behalf yet, but we were wondering. Okay, so a little sprinkle of sugar here. I'm not gonna go crazy with it. Let's do like a half teaspoon or so. Just gonna swirl that. Mix that until it's dissolved. Perfect. Okay, next. So this is the miso I'm using. Aka miso. And this one is soybean and white rice, but it does make, or this brand makes some other types as well. Like barley is one of them I can remember, and then there's a couple other ones. So let's do like a tablespoon of miso. Do a tablespoon of each of the pastes. Might be easy if we add them at the same time. Come in with my little baby whisk, start mashing that up. Oh, try not to spill the water. But yeah, this should start to loosen up and mix together from what I recall working with these two pastes. They just need a little bit of coaxing at the start. It could also be something that we let sit and kind of absorb the water for a bit while we're working on some other stuff. But I think we're getting there, because we do need this to be smooth. I think a touch more miso, guys. It's just too loose. We need it thicker. That's thick sauce. Yeah, I could see this being very delicious with the bulgogi lettuce wraps. There we go. We're doing it, friends. Grizzle, how are you? You took my advice last weekend, cooked your giant pork chops reverse sear, and I was absolutely right. Yeah. It's your it's your new go-to way of cooking chops. Yes. Yeah, I picked up a bone-in pork loin roast to show you guys how to reverse sear that one too. Reverse seared pork is super, super tasty, especially if it's like a good fatty cut. Yeah, mash it, Taz. That's looking pretty good. Just don't want any like really big lumps. I'm really liking this consistency though. So let's add some sesame oil. Yeah, bone in. Imagine if that was like one of the stipulations being part of Team Bone-In. You can only cook like meat that has bones in it. That'd be a funny one. All right, so the sesame oil adds a really nice sheen to this sauce, as you can see, once we mix it in. I'm gonna go chop some more chivers from out there. I think I'm gonna choose the garlic chives this time. Slice those up, and then that's the last thing to go into our sauce. Samjang. Sam sauce is what David Chang calls it. I almost bought a bottle of it in New York. Sesame oil is so good, but you always use too much and overpower all the food. Yeah. Yep, it is very easy to do that. Morgenthau. Do you brine the pork before reverse searing? You can. Yeah, you definitely can. So Grizzlehorn did a dry brine, which was probably like some salt, sugar, and spices, but you could also do a wet brine. Yeah, we're doing a samjang sauce or sam sauce, if you know momofuku. So miso, gochujang, sesame oil, a little bit of coconut sugar in there. We use some warm water to like loosen up our pastes. And then I'm just going to chop some garlic chives for it. Finish it off. Little bit of onion flavor. Yeah, next time I buy gochujang, I'm gonna get the extra spicy one. What is this? Oh, Cookie. Thank you for gifting the sub to Nike. 19 months in a row. Nike, my dude. We're almost at 2 years together. Aw. Thank you, Cookie. Spoiling me as always. Guys, can you tell it's been rainy? I just snipped these chives. Look at the like little bubbles of water coming out of the bottom. Crazy. Okay, just thinly slice those up. And then we are good to go. Because, well, the thinner or smaller we chop it, the more surface area there will be for the flavor to go into the sauce. Yeah, we had rain like the last 3 days here, but before that, we didn't get a rain for 18 days. Pretty crazy. It's not typically the case in the springtime here. But yeah, it was getting really dry. Should be really good for mushroom foraging coming up. Mushroom foraging, yeah. I was saying Greek is all of that sun that we had and then the rain. And now like more nice weather coming up, that's really good for getting mushrooms to pop. It hasn't been freezing either. Okay, mix that one more time. One more time. And I suppose we should taste it, right? To me, this looks good. I think that's smooth enough. I mean, the only way we'd get it smoother is if we blended it. that for a little bowl. The most important part, yeah, taste, exactly. A little bit of salt from the miso at the beginning. The sweetness kind of hits you there as well. So like sweet and salty right at the start. And then the gochujang starts to just like creep in at the back. It's really not spicy at all though. And yeah, just a little bit of nutty finish from the sesame oil. That's gonna be super good. Grilled pork, fresh vegetables. Yep. And I think the chive flavor will come out as we let this sit together. Wow, that was a pretty perfect portion I made there. She's still got it. Just gonna bonk that a couple times. Give it a little smooth in the center. And then that can be put on our vegetable plate. Next up, we are going outside to start that grill. Nike, yeah, I was AFK. Nike, don't be sorry. You're fine. I believe Sam fell asleep, so give me a sec. Pretty sure he's sleeping. Hello, we gotta start that grill now. Aw, thank you, Helquin. Yeah, I try to make the portions pretty perfect. Oh, Bonkman, you just hit the 50K recipe request level 2. We got Nike's earlier today. He's wanting some lasagna. I mean, that's what we're cooking on stream for today, is someone's channel point redemption. Yes. Yeah, time to rouse the sleeping giant. Basically like earthquake. I didn't have to this time because he wasn't like super in his slumber, but usually it's like a shaking of the Sammy, physically moving him because voices don't work. It looks like the sun's actually starting to come out for us as well. So we're gonna go pop outside. I'll have my phone to read chat off of, okay? So we are lighting the Mini Max Big Green Egg. The sun is coming out. Okay, friends. Nuh-uh. Does it fall off if you don't?
It can.
Okay. We gotta take the top off first. Yeah. This is Sammy guidance. So now we gotta do some charcoal things.
No, I've already did that for you.
You already did it?
Yeah, so you just gotta
It's good to go.
bottom,
We want it fully open.
plug in the loop later.
We got our loofed lighter here. It's our charcoal starter.
The loop into the charcoal.
And we put the loofed on the charcoal. Yeah, maybe I can move it a bit more forward for you guys to see in. What do you think? No? Okay. This is my first time using this, so what do? Hold it like this?
Being more forward?
Yeah. We don't have to, though. Yeah, I'm playing with the egg today. Okay. I'm just gonna close this first. Is that a better view, friends? That green egg is looking big. Ah, perfect. Yeah, we want the best thing for you guys. Okay, so basically this is a very high-powered hair dryer. So element at the bottom heats up the charcoal.
No, think of a high-powered heat gun.
Or a heat gun.
Yep.
Well, same. Zoomed in. So go in the center. And we just push the button down. I'm gonna be sure that it is touching the charcoal to start. And then once you get one little piece lit, the rest should be pretty easy after that. The shot needs more Sammy in it. Yeah, same, but different. This is really fun. I can see why he likes doing this. So it should get the fire started within 2 minutes. Now that we got some nice orange coals, we pull it back a touch. And I'll start spreading out the fire. That's good, Sam? Go farther back, or?
No, I mean, like, you're
Okay.
good,
Should I get this big one lit? Or it'll go? Get it in there. When isn't it fun making fire on purpose? I have always been someone that loves fire. So I can see why I enjoy cooking. Today we're making fire meat.
pull it back off that. Air on it, just pull it back off.
Pyro, yep. So let's see. Oh, beautiful. Okay, now we close it up. And do we leave the lid off of here for now?
Wait like 15 minutes.
So it'll be about 15 minutes, guys. Woohoo! Yeah, we gotta safely play with fire. It's okay to play with fire as long as we're safe.
I don't supervise.
Okay, so we are going to start our rice now. The grill will take, maybe like, what, Sam, 20 minutes-ish to heat up, to get the charcoal happy. It doesn't take quite as long when we're grilling directly over the charcoal compared to if we needed to, like, cook something in there, like a chicken. About 15, 20 minutes. So now is a good time to get the rice going. That's the only thing we're cooking on the stovetop today. Yeah, we have made fire. First step to fire meat is having fire. And what? We already have the meat. Oh my God. Okay, so you could probably, cook the meat with the luft. It's basically a searzall. It's a searzall. If you guys have ever seen that cool appliance.
Except with a fan on it.
Yeah, and it's got a fan. Super cool. Cook with Carrie. Okay, get a little pot out. I always just cook 1 cup of rice for Sam and I. A 1 cupper is a good portion for us. So actually we'll do this first. I'm gonna do jasmine rice. And then we'll toast it as always and add 2 cups of liquid to that and let it boil on the stovetop. Really, really simple. When she lights the grill for the first time. Thank you, Nike. Put the meat in a foil and stick it directly on the hot coals, then come back in like, oh, say 2 hours-ish. Ooh, not for this meat, maybe for like a pork belly, but this meat is sliced way too thin right now to be able to do that, but that would be tasty. I've also wanted to like grill something directly on the coals as well, like roasting vegetables and stuff like that. I have seen some chefs do that. Okay. Pouring the rice in the pot. I'm gonna get this on to a medium-high heat for now. I'm gonna get a cup of warm water and just set up beside me for when our rice is done toasting. And this we will be continuously stirring for about 2 to 4 minutes until the rice goes more opaque in color. That's how you tell it's toasted. Do that view as well for you. A wet burlap sack? Just let the coals do the work. Have you done a lot of cooking with fire? And guys, I always make my rice like this, toasting it first, because I find it gives us a really nice, like separate rice kernel at the end of cooking. I'm not one for like mushy, kind of sticky rice texture. I like all my kernels to be separate. So more of a mouthfeel, I guess. And you don't have to toast it dry either. You're more than welcome to put a little drop of butter or coconut oil in with the rice kernels too. Give that another stir. And then the only other thing we're going to need is something to put the meat into after it's done grilling. So I think I'm gonna take this little pie pan here. And then just use a lid to keep everything warm. Because we'll have to grill in a couple different stages with that meat. My rice is running away. Not fire per se, but you have done quite a bit of cooking in the ground Polynesian style. Oh man, that sounds really nice. What has been your favorite thing that you've done that style? Just keep stirring, just keep stirring. Stirring, 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 stirring. That. Huh. I was like, where's the other pot, Sam? But Zach has everything still. Yeah, we're gonna need that.
Yeah. I don't have a phone, so you can.
Okay. So you put a wet burlap sack or something to keep it from drying out too much. Bury the meat and stick smoldering coals on top and then wait for like 6 hours. Yeah, that sounds so nice. We've had lamb done that way.
Yeah.
It was 24 hours in the ground where they buried it. And it was just like falling off the bone, so good. Yeah, they did a whole lamb in the ground and then they turned it into tacos.
Yeah.
It's ingrained in my memory.
One of the most epic meals of my life.
Yeah.
So many veggies.
Okay, I will try and hold this up so you guys can maybe see the difference of the rice kernels in there. Maybe not. So they are starting to turn more white. That means that they are nicely toasted. So I'm gonna pour in our water. And we want a nice like boil like that right away. Put our 1 more cup in there. Keep that on medium-high heat. And then we're gonna cover it and let it come up to a boil. And then we do continue boiling that rice. So this is not something where we simmer it. Is the East Indian way is we boil it on the stove top. Let's see, can't really see much on that view. I'm gonna go check the grill, guys, see what the temperature is at. You need a Sammy Cackle counter command one day. We are at just under 300. So I suppose we will let that get up to, I think I want to grill it at around like 500 Fahrenheit on there.
So you're not looking for the.
It's not for the temperature, it's for the coals. Is that what we're watching for, Sam?
Correct.
So just looking at that doesn't tell me anything then.
Right.
So we're looking for the coals to be smoldering and not flaming.
Correct.
Perfect.
Nice.
I've been watching him using it, guys. I've been trying to learn. Yeah, a watched big green egg never reaches temp.
You guys tell there's a bunch of pollen inside.
Yeah, how can you tell there's so much pollen from the trees? The eggs are just like shimmering yellow right now. Okay, so our last thing to do on stream today will be making our English muffin dough for tomorrow's front page slot. We're doing Eggs Benedict on stream and then working into a coffee cake and a really nice broccoli salad. So I wanted to do a bit of everything. But we got to make the English muffin dough 1 day ahead so it has time to proof in the fridge overnight. You can do it in the same day, but I wouldn't recommend it. There's a reason why the good stuff takes time. What's hotter, coal smolder or the Sammy shoulder? Sounds great for tomorrow. Yay, white dove. Yeah, bacon eggs Benedict. We have a mixed berry coffee cake. And it's called broccoli spoon salad. And it has like a warm vinaigrette. It is posted already in Discord if you want to check it out. Because you could always make it with me. A little cook along. Okay, so our rice did come up. I just turned it back down to a medium heat. That should not take more than 10 minutes right now. I'm gonna go open this up. Gotta burp it. Oh yeah, she's getting there. I want to push that big one into the fire though. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you gotta spread the coals out, guys, to get them all lit so we have a nice even heat in here to cook with. So some of the unlit ones we push to the center. The lit ones we can push out. Like this big guy, definitely want to get that lit because that'll hold a lot of heat for us. Should be good. Love that glow right now. Love it. Our rice is cooking away. It's lit. Yes, yeah, hollandaise sauce by hand. Thank you for the follow, Jocelyn. Oh, I see that I have not switched my alert box on this scene yet. Welcome in, Jocelyn. Okay, guys, real quick, I'll just do a quick switch on this small cam to the stove for us. So rice is just boiling away here. Okay, so who in chat right now has had beef bulgogi before or some kind of bulgogi? Bonkman, you do your own hollandaise for eggs Benedict? Girlfriend likes it nice and lemony. Yes. Oh, you've had it before, Bonkman. Yes, yes, yes. That's good. So what did you have when you had it? Like, what did you have served with it? This is the one thing that I'm trying to figure out because it says that it kind of, it differentiates between everyone's like personal preference. It's just over steamed rice. It really is that simple then, hey? You've had it, Hoju! Yes. And I mean, I suppose pork is the less expensive version of beef, right? It had carrots, cucumber, lettuce, and kimchi. Okay, so I like literally hit it right on the nose then. The little platter I made. Sweet. Gonna go check that grill in about a minute. This rice is almost done, so I don't want to leave it. Okay. It came with rice, Hoju, then all those mini side dishes that comes with the meals as a perk. That is called banchan, right? Twitch Stewie, hi. Sammy says we're good? Okay. Banchan. And then that's the one thing that you can tell whether the restaurant is good, whether they make their own banchan or not, right? So I do know, I guess, a little bit about Korean food. You've had side dishes at the restaurant. You don't remember the Korean names, but they were spinach and zucchini. Ooh. Yeah, I think I would absolutely love the banchan too, because once again, I love all of these little options to pick from. Okay, we're just finishing off this rice. Boiling away furiously, so we're just cooking out the last little bit of liquid. It's gonna start to sound like it's sizzling on the bottom of the pot. That's exactly what we want. That means all the water's cooked out. Then we're gonna take it off of the heat, put the lid on it, and it's gonna fluff up and go really nice and light. Ah, Twitch Stewie, yeah, you're not the only one that was in chat that lived in Korea for a bit. That's awesome. Ah, you made it back, Dust. Welcome back, dude. So weird out there. Everyone is wearing masks. Yes, yeah, you have to take the precautions. I'm just gonna take a little peek. It's allowed. Okay, all the liquid's gone. Turn that off. Put the lid on. Take it off the heat. Done. Okay, I'm going to grab the bulgogi. I have my phone for chat. We're going to take a pair of tongs. As well as our pan here. And we're going out. That there. What? Hojerific. Reling Nong Bangus, a popular humble labor-intensive, a humble yet labor-intensive Filipino dish, a unique fish butchering skill. Oh, so down. If you can't find it, the backup plan is hand-pulled noodles and chili wontons. I'm in. I'm in.
Both sound fantastic.
Mission accepted. Pork bulgogi. Very happily marinated. I guess I'm gonna get rid of this spatula right now. I'm gonna try and stay really organized out here. Yeah, we've got a couple of requests today. This is great, guys. The more the merrier. Never feel like too many people are sending theirs in and yours will be forgotten. It will not be forgotten. Okay, burp this little eggy. Got some nice coals there. Milkfish or bangus should be in most Asian frozen food aisle. I'm sure I can find it at Fairway here. We need a scrape. Clean off our grill grate first. The bottom one. Can you just do it with me, Sammy, for my first one? Okay. I think that's good. Nice and clean. Don't want any of those goodies on there. So our next step is I'm just closing our bottom vent here halfway for when we start grilling. Surprised we're not using tin foil. What? What is with you guys today in tin foil? Okay, this is looking unreal. I'm just gonna honestly get in here with my hands and start pulling these slices of meat apart. And remember, it's gonna be quick, so you wanna kind of have all your meat pieces set up. This is gonna take seconds. Oh yeah. I'm gonna start around the outside and then go towards the center where it'll be hotter. Okay. Sammy's giving me positive reinforcement from inside. It's actually not cooking super quick, which is great, guys. Okay, that one I'll leave in the marinade a bit more. Just flip that to the bottom. This smell, as soon as it hits the grill. Oh, there's a little flame kiss. Just do that whole piece. I think I might actually switch to tweezers here because it's so delicate. I don't want to tear the meat. Yeah. This smell. And one note, if it's sticking, it's not ready. Yeah, fire meat for Annie. This is my, I got my one dirty Bulgogi hand. This is looking good. Yes. This one's starting to sear up. Don't let it fall through the grate. Oh, this one's getting a kiss. The fire. The kiss of fire. Oh no! This is getting scary, actually. I think, you know what? We're not gonna go for the flip because it shrinks too much and that is very risky for it falling through. So we're gonna let it char up really good on the one side. And these are things that you guys will just kind of learn as you do it. How's this one? This one I'm gonna move to the center. Yes. Same with this guy. And then I'm gonna start layering around the outside again. Yeah, one man lost in action. Never to be seen again. That was our sacrificial piece. I mean, after that one, we should be good, right? Yeah, I am really happy that I chose to grill it. Very, very happy. I mean, this is kind of our own little Korean barbecue out here. Oh, I think the neighbor's gardener is here. I feel bad for the smells that they have to smell right now. Sorry about those smells that you're having to smell. Yeah, we always have to lose a piece, right? Okay, so watch your flames as well. There's a difference between like a good little kiss of flame and a flare up, which will taste a little bit gassy. I think I'm smoking out Sammy in the house. And I'm gonna try and get a little photo while I'm out here too. We are smoking. Okay. Where are we at? This guy? Not yet. I think all of this just needs a little bit longer. I'm a pro! Thank you. Yeah, the devil's portion, Bonkman. Yeah, as always, I wish you guys could smell this right now. Smoke is getting me a bit. Or at least trying to. Just someone yell white rabbit. Oh, this piece. That was like a doubled up piece, so I feel okay flipping it. Look at these ones. The fat's just crisping up. What? It's actually really nice to work with though. Like this, the heat from the grill, I can hold my hand here and it's not burning me. Thank you, Taz. Okay, let's start layering again. Wow, there's actually tears rolling down my face from the smoke. Close the bottom a bit more. Okay. Literal tears running down my face. Worth it. Okay, let's get these. I'll leave that one, but I'll get this guy off. It's looking so good. I think it works good doubled up like that. This last little guy. Yeah, crispy, flame-kissed pork fat. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, I'm not crying. You're crying. This is just some happy grilling here. It's taking its time. How's this one? Yes. Give this guy a flip. This one a flip. That one's almost done. This is a Korean barbecue stream if I ever did see it. This piece up here right now. Oh, don't even. I literally feel like a street food vendor right now. And I'm gonna smell like it for the rest of the day. Oh, de Bulgogi. Also, can we also take note that I haven't even tried a piece of this yet? I think I filled the entire house with smoke. Is Poshers around? I think she might be having a nap. Her post-lunch nap. Okay, that one can come off. Oh no, get back on there. The last couple pieces are going on. Yeah, if you fill your entire house with smoke, you know you're doing it right. Okay guys, I'm just gonna run inside, wash my hand off, bring this bowl in. I'll be right back. Also, maybe I'll stop crying. Okay, I'm just gonna blow my nose real quick. I'm just gonna mute it for a sec. I'm a mess right now. Okay, I'm here. Yeah, it's just slowly grilling.
Good.
It's doing really good.
Are you doing this as like one of those bento box, one of those boxes? There's no extra air going in.
Yeah.
Just flame or cold.
It's like a hibachi. We have a little hibachi here. Okay, the last couple pieces. Let's get some really good flavor on there. And then we're heading inside and trying everything. I definitely want to try this with pork belly. Okay. Also, peep that pile of steaming meat. We got some hot meat. Just gotta stand back for a sec. And now, shutting it down. We go, boom, bottom's closed. Seal it up, and we're good. We just shut it down. Yep.
That's it.
Oh, it smells like Bulgogi in here. Can you please? Check that out. Willamini, I just saw your resub for 7 months. Thank you so much. It's been so awesome having you around. The plating's gonna be fun, yeah. Okay, let's not take too long here. We got our dish. We're gonna do our rice in there. And then we'll pile the pork on top. Check out our beautiful fluffed up rice. Get our accoutrements from the fridge. And then we're getting into this. Probably so many bankruptcies. It's true, Annie. I know, I hope most of these restaurants come back, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna do like a bed of rice in this dish. Definitely more than enough rice for 2 people. Okay, I'm just gonna use my hands here because there's no one that can tell us otherwise. Just gonna pick that up and start piling it around. Look at this piece. I gotta eat this one. So much char. Annie.
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
Oh yeah.
Excuse my language.
Dude.
That's
a
so
great request.
good. Can I have this once a week?
Yes. Yes, we can.
All right, Sam says we can have it once a week, guys. Nestle our delicious porky pieces in there. Oh, and if there's any juices, of course pour that over. Don't be silly. Come on now. Yeah, those little porky pieces cooked up quite nice. Little garnish for this is just some sesame seeds, and in this case, the white ones are actually perfect because they will contrast the color of the pork. Yeah, you can change the protein every week. I would love to try it with like a fish from around here. Bulgogi salmon. And that's the other thing, Annie, is when we get the meat slicer, we for sure can do our own bulgogi. Just keep some meat in the freezer pre-sliced, and then all you gotta do is marinate and grill it. It's that simple. We got the bulgogi. We got our beautiful plate set here. All of our veggies. Just grabbing our Sam sauce. Which goes right there. That's as far out as I can zoom, and I'll do that for all of us. It looks so good. Annie, thank you for bringing this into my life. Ooh, look at all that. Look at all those crumblies over there. Kate, come on now. Yeah, really, like I would say this is a pretty healthy dish as well. It's colorful, there's very well balanced. Beef, chimkin, pork, fish, list goes on. You can probably change up your veggies to the season as well. Am I happy with that? Not really. Do this way instead. Don't mind me.
Bulgogi burrito?
Bulgogi burrito? This is what Sam is saying right now. I got the photo. And what? We just need our little spoon for the sauce. Yeah, I needed to stand on the stool. Hello, my name is Kate. I am 5'4", and I need a little kitchen stool, yep. Rice, pork, spicy garlic, all the essential food groups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sammy? Mm-hmm. I don't even know what to do. Let's just get messy. We do the rice. It's so sticky though. We should use a spoon for the rice, Sam. No? Why? Well, I need to be able to have one hand.
No hands.
Team no hands. Yeah, use the spoon, Sam. Well, he's not the one that has to sometimes type and use a mouse. Okay, rice. Little bit of pork. Coming in with a couple slices of cuke, some carrot, kimchi, sauce, Sam sauce.
That's fine.
He's gone full animal, I know. I think this is one of his favorite ways to eat too, is with his hands. He does not hold back. Cheers, friends.
He's like, I'm out.
Wow. Just wow. That is by far one of the most flavorful things I've eaten in a long time. And the only thing we had to cook was the beef and the rice. Hernt Dog, thank you for the follow. So like we're getting all the crunch from the veggies and the pork.
So good. That's so
The
good.
pork literally just melts in your mouth. It's insane. There's so much flavor in it from the marinade. The kimchi gives this like really bright, fresh kind of like burst of flavor in your mouth. And yeah, the sauce just brings everything together.
Honestly, all I do is get like a little box for charcoal and heat that up. So easy.
Yeah. Maybe a little lime or lemon? I don't honestly think it needs it. I think like the kimchi is perfect with it. But lime, I mean, more than welcome here for sure. Yeah, that's a really nice healthy meal. I can't wait to eat this more often. Thanks, Matt. Did you get a chance to watch the grilling? Hi?
Are you finished streaming?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. When you're finished lunch, can Sam move the camera?
Oh, I can move it.
Well, are you done?
Yeah, no, we're done.
I still want to the,
I feel like I'm floating in heaven right now. I really want to try it with the lamb shabu now as well. So, kind of with any sort of Asian cuisine, is a lot of the time, I'm going to switch this now, is the way that the food is prepared, a ton of prep beforehand. Oh, I got sauce there. Hee hee. That's when you know it's good. So a ton of prep beforehand, as always, lots of vegetable chopping, stuff like that. And then when it comes to the cooking part of it, it really doesn't take more than 15 minutes. So you can't go wrong with that. Once again, I mean, you could also prepare all your veggies the day before, get your meat marinating, and then all you got to do the next day is cook your meat and your rice and you're good to go. So definitely something that could be good for like meal prep or lunches during the week. I could see this being really good cold as well, the pork. White dove. Excuse me. Okay, and yeah, so the mini max heated up so quick. If you guys have or know what a little hibachi grill is, that could also be a really quick way to prepare this dish. And by all means, if you do not have a grill, you can still make it at home in a pan. It just will not have quite the same flavor. But as long as you marinate it, it will be similar. It was common for you guys to cook the pork at your table in little fire pits. You guys all had your own little fire pit? Unreal. Yeah, fire meat, fire meat. I'm in. I'm gonna be munching on this the rest of the day. That was kind of my plan. This is gonna be lunch and dinner. And Sam is okay with that.
Maybe put an egg on it for dinner.
The smoky char is what gives the meat the flavor you're looking for. It is. It is. So that's why we always go over the most traditional way to make it, but there are other options, right? Yeah, they know how to do it right. And they do use a lot of fermented foods, which are said to help with digestion. So that's also great. Thank you very much, Cookie, for the 1,000 biddies. Oh, we're over halfway to our next bit goal. The 2 mic amp, so we can get the Sammy Sam's voice in here too. Biddies hype. All right, I'm gonna move this aside and I'll crush it afterwards, and then we can start gonna move this aside and we can start mixing up the dough. Sounds like you're moving it aside. I'm gonna start eating. The places in Korea actually use charcoal, whereas most of the time here in North America, it's just gas grill pits. Yeah. Yeah, who is this guy? Okay, English muffin dough is from King Arthur flour. I have already posted it in our Discord, so I'm just going to grab that right now for us. I'll quickly post that link in chat. This food is fire. It is. It seriously is. Great recipes on that website. All the time cookie. I've never had one that wasn't good. And plus the baker's hotline. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like baking. I haven't had a discreet recipe.
Yeah, I think that recipe kind of got Sam into baking more at home. All right, so this recipe, English muffins, 204 reviews, 5 stars, almost 90,000 shares online with this one. So we're gonna get 16 large English muffins. And this recipe is measured out in grams. I'm gonna first finish setting up my mixer here. Don't start setting it up yet, because I'm probably just gonna come back and redo it. Okay. Has anyone made their own English muffins before? This to me is one of the most satisfying kind of bread products you can make for yourself at home. It's really, really fun. Because I mean, for the most part, they actually get cooked on the stovetop. They don't get baked in the oven. Off to work in 20 minutes, but it is Friday. Yeah, Bonkman. Yeah, no, but you are gonna now, Cookie. Yep. And I also saw there was a recipe on King Arthur for sourdough English muffins, so I'm guessing they're gonna use some of the starter in there. There you go. Drunken Balls? Drunken Ballsy? Thanks for the follow. Most of their sourdough recipes require unfed discard. Oh, perfect. Yeah, once you get your incarcerum, then you can start messing around with more breads. Exactly, Bonkman.
I wonder if we can get a discount code for incarcerum.
I can ask. See if there's a discount code for us all. Well, that's really good, Taz. Yeah, if you can formulate your sourdough to have no discard, I think that's the best. Let's get our scale. We need, as always, with any dough recipe, flour, yeast, salt. This one has a little bit of butter in it, some sugar. Hey, 6U7Y8, you can see me today. It's not just a black screen. Amazing. Look, it's me. Check out this site if you haven't already. Oh, for Taz, the perfect loaf? Oh, that looks like a beautiful site, Cookie. Thanks for sharing that. I will check that out. Okay. Oh, this recipe also has an egg in it. So, a rich English muffin dough. So good. And it is one of my favorite doughs to work with. It's really, really nice and like soft and supple, not super sticky. Okay, so from the fridge, yeast, egg, butter. Dog goes like, y'all have any snacks in that fridge? I was like, hello? Thank you, Asika. Yeah, if you want to check out these aprons, my friend makes them by hand in Vancouver. So here's the link for his site. Plus you can get 15% off your order if you use the code COOKWITHKATE. Yes, cannot go wrong with that. Okay, we need to start. Oh, and we needed milk. So 397 grams of lukewarm milk. So yes, we keep the milk in the fridge. So my way to bring it up to lukewarm temperature, I just throw it in the microwave for a couple seconds. And lukewarm, so temperature wise, we're looking for around 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Measure out that milk, get that warming up, and then we'll mix it with the yeast and the sugar, and then add everything else to that. Did we grab another milk? Yes, it's in the door.
Yes.
Worrying Sammy.
Because I asked you to grab the milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
397 grams. Things that we should not run out of: milk, butter, flour. Terrifying. Oh, yum, Annie. Chai latte. I should make a proper one for Sam and I one day. Thank you. Did we grab milk?
Yes.
Yes. Chef Mike being put to work. First for the milk and then to soften up the butter, I'm gonna say. So I'll do 40 seconds to start with that. You got the chai leaves from a good tea supply store. Yum. Yeah, that makes all the difference, right? Is the type of tea. Or, sorry, where it comes from, I guess.
Chaiwala.
Chaiwala. I think that one's up just a little bit.
12. Throw on.
Huh.
It's not.
Oh, just from the angle I'm at. Oh, we need a little bit more on the milk. Just give it a stir. It's a bit cold in the center there still. You made ham, tomato, and white cheddar omelets for dinner tonight. You ran out of milk to mix with the eggs, but when looking it up, a lot of recipes recommend water. So it turned out. Well, there you go. You don't need the dairy, it just makes the eggs like softer, right? A little bit more luxurious. Okay, awesome. Let's get into here. Incoming. Our yeast. We need 2 teaspoons of dried yeast. Strike Nun, good to see you today. How are you doing? Strike Nun, my baker friend, I'm sure you've done English muffins, but do you love making them as much as I do? Because I find they're so fun. Whoa, Annie, that sounds amazing. They mix up the fresh spices for you at the tea store? Yum. I've also seen some like wet chai mixtures. That's gotta taste good. Okay, 2 tablespoons worth of sugar. I am not gonna add all that sugar because we're going for the longer proof overnight. That it's already bubbling. So when we go for the longer proof time, we can use a little bit less sugar in our dough because we're gonna build that strength over time rather than trying to pump the yeast with sugar to get it to activate really quickly. Mine come out really well. I love making English muffins. Something I'm passionate about, for sure. So I'm gonna half that amount of sugar. I'm only gonna do the 1 tablespoon.
Do I see some bread fixin'?
I love eating English muffins.
Strike Nun! Do you see some bread fixins? We are doing English muffins for tomorrow's front page stream. I'm gonna be making Eggs Benedict with everyone. Something that is always really scary to home cooks, and I need to show you guys that it's really not. Almost a Twitch baby, yeah. Yeah, we already had one today. Okay, I'm just gonna give this a quick whiz. A little rip around. Yeah, 10 a.m. I start on front page, but I am starting stream tomorrow a little bit earlier at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So 2 hours earlier than the typical time. What's scary for home cooks? Making Eggs Benedict with like the hollandaise and everything. Oh, we got a doggo. What'd she get, cukes? Little cucumber. Okay, next up, we gotta soften up our butter for this to be able to mix it in. So 43 grams worth, not melted, just softened. So what we're doing right now with the yeast, the milk, and the sugar in the bowl is we're letting the yeast activate. So it's starting to wake up. Is yeast, I like to think of it as it's always kind of sleeping. And we wake it up by giving it this like warm bath and giving it some sugar. Really happy. Crab cake, Eggs Benedict. I was doing a bacon one, but that sounds really nice. Yeah, we have done it. When we get crab again, that sounds great, Strike Nun. Still got it.
Were you dead on?
2 grams off. Still got it. Yes, Annie. So When I was working in restaurants, like Sammy and I, we would always use blender for making the hollandaise. Because it's like such a big batch. You're not going to stand there and whisk over the stove for 2 hours. You are just not. Okay, a quick little like 15-seconder on that amount. Okay, perfect. No, you can't, Strikeman. You cannot just get one of the Knorr hollandaise packs from Walmart. I will not allow this. That's a no. This is not approved. Okay, I'm measuring out our flour because that's going to be added into here next. Looks like our yeast is all happy. 539 grams AP. Sam, I think you gotta go grab the bag of flour, unless it's in here. Okay, 339. We just need 200 more grams when Sam gets here. Yeah, like 80% of a finger wag. Not the full 100. Is it here?
Where's the big bag of flour?
I don't know. Yeah. Guys, we lost the flour. Somehow. Remember having crab cakes down at Fridays in Baltimore is so good. Now I want crab cakes, guys. Come on now. Okay, I need to go see what's going on here. Is it in the car? Okay. I think it's upstairs, friends. I'll be right back. Got it. Flour went missing. That's really weird. We bought like a 10-kilo bag a couple weeks ago. We definitely did not go through it all. Okay, so we're just missing 200 grams in there. Next up, I'm gonna add the butter. And then we'll whip up our 1 egg. Not crazy, it was in the car. Sam says, no, I brought that in.
I totally thought I brought it in.
He totally thought he did.
Wow, flour.
Have no fear.
Sam is here.
Flour's here.
No, Sam. Sam's here.
Blame it on the bear, right?
Which one, the black bear or me?
Yeah, which one? The Canadian one or the German one? Is there bears in Germany?
No, not really.
Ah.
There's nothing else you get.
There's nothing that'll like eat you in Germany, hey? No natural predators? That's why I used a fork just now. 'Cause I wanted to whip my egg. Durr. Whip it. And then we're gonna get this mixing up. We'll add the salt once things start coming together. The magic cards, yes. Didn't I send you some as well, Cookie, in like your little package? Yeah, you need a whip to whip it. Okay, what do we need for salt? One and a half teaspoons of salt. That is looking so good already. Let it go a bit more. Cinnatoast Crunch. I like Cinnatoast Crunch. Done. Now we can clean up while this is mixing. And we are set for tomorrow. Feeling great, guys. So this is gonna mix for about 10 minutes. We are currently adding some strength to the dough, so we're building up the gluten so that the muffins will hold their shape tomorrow. And then us proofing it overnight is we're also going to build up some extra flavor doing that too. So we're building strength and flavor doing a longer proof, which I would always recommend, especially with these, especially with English muffins. Thank you, Annie. Take care, Bonkman. Have a great day at work. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, happy Friday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna turn this mixer up a bit. Let's go. Maybe give it a little scrape. A little help. It's really coming together nice though. Yeah, you won't be up at 9 a.m. though. That is okay. Give it a scrapey scrape. Yeah, like this, Annie, you know, right? Like this. You do the scrapey and then you scrape. Very technical term. So when the dough is looking very nice and smooth, which it's already getting there pretty quickly, that's when we know we've mixed it long enough. It's still my favorite ever cookie. This thing does not even compare to a KitchenAid, sad to say. I really can't compare them. Although, I've been saying this for, well, years now, is we should do a side-by-side comparison stream. I could use like my grandma's old school, like original artisan KitchenAid mixer that she gave me. It's still kicking. I made sure to get something new before it gave out because it is legit. So I'd bring that little guy in with this and we'd like bake a batch of cookies with each one and see the difference. That's something I want to do. You have your great grandma's waffle maker, yeah, with a cloth cord. That's when you know. The early KitchenAid, better than the newer ones. 100% Annie. And I mean, I was using that little guy like in the restaurant because I was a pastry chef and all we had was like a 20-liter mixer. Like you can't make like a small batch of cookies with that, right? So I brought in that little guy and it was just like getting overworked. So I wanted to get something else so that I didn't break it. I was like, I don't want to break this in a restaurant of all places. Like I shouldn't have even been using it there. But yeah, those little ones, so hard to find. So hard. Is they don't typically get sold, they just get passed down through the family. Because I mean the person that has it is they're smart enough to not sell it. I think we're almost here, guys. Do this, get that off of there. Yeah, put it through its paces. It did so well, though. Slow down the mix a bit now. Sometimes I like to come in and like disturb the dough like this to kind of see how the gluten is. Get it to start stretching around the dough hook. That's usually the sign. If it can kind of pull like that and have those nice strands, that's what we're looking for. I'm just gonna do this one last scrape. Okay, unplug. And now we will make one nice little dough ball. And then this is going into the fridge until tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow we will come in, we'll shape them. So we'll do some balling, same way that we do buns. And then they'll proof a little bit more, and then we'll start cooking them on the cast iron griddle. Because that's how you make English muffins. Sometimes I finish them in the oven because typically mine rise like 2 inches and then they don't cook fully on the stovetop. You'll see. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so check out like this stretch. Perfect. How did I get on the front page? I had to apply to get on the front page slot. Yep. They did it for the entire month of April. So when I applied, I literally hit every single day for my availability because I knew I would be at home. And then I gave them like the typical hours that I would be streaming at, so I didn't have to stream at a weird time where people wouldn't see me on. And I think that's like kind of the only way that you can get on front page now with Twitch. When I first started streaming, it was a lot easier. Like I literally just emailed my first time and asked to be on front page. But that was when food and drink was like super small, and even Twitch was not really a thing still in 2018 for a lot of people. But yeah, I did ask like a couple months ago, if you guys remember, to get featured on front page, and they just said no. They're like, if we did that for everyone that asked now well, they just wouldn't have enough time, right? Yeah, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl with a phone I would call her. I don't know any other verses, I'm sorry. Okay, so I just scrape this around so that I don't have to get my hands all messy. Just kind of smooth it into a nice ball. That looks good. Done. And now all I'm gonna do is cover that nice and tight with some plastic wrap so that it doesn't dry out in the fridge. Oh, a girl who looked good. See? It wasn't the right one. Next time. Well, good thing there's always next time. It's okay, I just need the saran wrap. Guys, Sammy has been setting up some new kitchen shelves for me in the background here. If you've been hearing some like really loud noises, is the last one I had was like half this height. So we found one with a guy selling them online today. Is the one that we originally bought from Amazon. Piece of crap. The shelves wouldn't even stay on it. So we found one for like half the price and double the size. Oh, well, isn't that nice? All right, we got our English muffin dough all made up, ready to go into the fridge overnight. So it's gonna go to sleep. We're putting it to rest. That's it for today, guys. I wanted it a little bit of a shorter stream so I can get some good rest for tomorrow, get myself prepared. I'm going to be taking like all the alerts off the stream for tomorrow. I'll be taking my event list off of there as well. So a couple things to do to prepare for tomorrow. So that's what I'll be working on the rest of the day. Maybe we'll get a nice walk in as well. It hasn't rained yet. Does anyone have any suggestions for a raid? I haven't really popped on to Twitch recently. What? LA's making Dan Dan noodles? Yeah. Should we go learn a thing or two from him?
Maybe. He does
Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for everything today. Lots of resubs, lots of new follows. Thank you, Cookie, for the biddies as well. So for new followers, Annie, will there be a bot to welcome them, or should mods welcome them in? I'm doing some admin stuff with Vune after stream, so we'll put that into there, okay? I think there'll just, I don't know though, Annie, because if we do a chat bot, if we get lots of followers, it's just gonna fill the entire chat. So we might just just welcome them in ourselves. Let's do it. I'll give you guys a message tomorrow morning before everything starts. Okay, I'm hitting this button. Thank you, Cookie, for even more biddies. That is not expected, but very much appreciated. Thank you so much. So see you guys tomorrow. It's gonna be a good one. So excited. Stay safe out there, friends, and keep eating that good food. Bye.